Hi, welcome back. This is Jacqueline Powers. Let's have a little fun with sleepy ASMR style relaxation. And this is a softer, YouTube safe version of our little relaxation experiment. Some of you may have already explored the longer, more private version waiting for you on my Patreon. Did you realize that today I'm a sleep and relaxation specialist? Not a therapist, mind you, just someone who seems to know a lot about how beautifully that mind of yours will unwind when it finally stops trying so hard. And what about you? Well, maybe you came to me because you have a problem. You keep drifting off. Remember, silly? That's right. You press play on Hypnosis files, determined each time to try to stay awake, and then somehow you find yourself waking up to someone counting you out of trance. You don't even remember entering. Sometimes you fall asleep with audio looping, waking, listening, dropping again, going deeper each cycle without even meaning to. It's almost like your mind always surrendering more than it admits. So this time we're going to explore that gently, curiously, like a little experiment between us. This is perfect for listening to at bedtime or anytime you want to experience this deep, relaxing feeling of trance. Why don't we find out how long you can listen to the soothing sound of my voice before you drift away on the words? Pause to get comfortable and continue when you're ready. And if you've been enjoying relaxing with me, you're welcome to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next time I guide you under. And if curiosity starts pulling you deeper, you'll find the Patreon details in the description. Now take a slow deep breath in for me and let it go. You can hear the faint hum of the music beneath my voice. You can notice the way my whispered brushes just a little closer to your ear. You can feel your body settling wherever you're resting right now. Maybe you're already wondering how long you'll last this time. Maybe you're telling yourself you'll stay awake. You'll prove something. That's adorable. You can hear my voice clearly right now. You can notice the tiny spaces between each breath. You can feel the surface beneath your supporting weight. And you can admit, just a little, that something about this feels familiar. You've drifted while listening before, haven't you? You've experienced those blank, floaty gaps where you weren't quite awake and weren't quite aware. And you did wake up safely every single time. So it makes sense that your mind already knows how to follow this pattern. It would make sense that relaxing is easier than resisting. It might even feel better to let this experiment unfold than to fight it. Shh. Just listen to the soft whisper of my fingers rubbing together. Imagine that faint, delicate sound beside your ear. A gentle, papery hush that seems to stroke the edges of your thoughts. You're still here, still listening, still trying a little, aren't you? Notice how your eyes blink a little slower now, how the muscles around them soften, only from the way my words fall into them. You don't have to close them. In fact, You might feel that pleasant downward pull, that heavy warmth sliding from your forehead down into your cheeks. Your shoulders can drop just a fraction, your hands resting exactly where they are, your breathing smoothing out without you deciding to smooth it. The more you pay attention to staying awake, the more your body forgets to hold tension. Isn't that interesting? Your scalp tingles faintly, a slow trickle drifting down the back of your neck, down your spine, pulling somewhere low and warm and safe. You're not asleep. Not yet. You're just suspended, balanced between listening and letting go. And the more you hover in that space, the harder it is to tell whether you're resisting or already beginning to melt. Let's check how well you're still able to respond to my words before you drift any deeper. Stay with me now as we test how well your sleepy mind can go up and down, as you respond to the different suggestions I might care to give you. Wake up, just a slight lift in awareness, a gentle widening behind your eyes. Sleep, deeper and deeper, automatic and effortless. Wake up, a flicker of clarity, as if you're proving you can follow along. Sleep, twice as deep. Wake up, that little spark of focus, almost ready to hold on to it, and then sleep, doubling your relaxation. Good, that's perfect. You're already so beautifully relaxed, so open to this gentle experiment. And now imagine that quiet golden elevator waiting right there with you. The doors are open, soft hum beneath your feet, faint rain tapping far above like distant fingertips on crystal. This isn't just any building, it's a magical palace, created purely for the mind, a shared dream space we explore together. Nothing more than a beautiful story unfolding as you relax. I always prefer to meet clients here, right on the very top floor, where the light is clear and bright, everything feeling exactly like your normal, everyday waking state. Safe, familiar, fully awake. Each lower floor has its own gentle shielding, a soft veil that lets any unnecessary tension or resistance simply drift away, harmlessly, like morning mist on sunlight. But here's what matters most. We only go as deep as you choose to go. You're always in control. You decide when the doors close, how many floors we visit, and when we rise back up. There's no rush, no pressure, only curiosity and comfort. So, when you're ready, step onto the elevator if it feels inviting, or simply let your mind press the button for the next floor down and notice how beautifully everything begins to soften. Floor 5, halfway down. The rain steady above, the hum constant, the outside world fading into soft background, and still, the elevator waiting patiently behind you, warm, ready to carry you back out to the bright top floor. Whenever you say the word, carrying with you only the calm and wonder you want to keep. And now that you're here, floating in that quiet space that's next to dreaming, rain tapping gently above you, the voice the clearest thread in the dark, we may continue our little experiment. You wanted to know how long you could stay awake, and the answer is long enough to listen, long enough to follow, long enough to drift exactly when it feels safest to do so. Because this was never about finding sleep. It was about discovering how beautifully your mind responds when someone else holds the rhythm. You don't fall asleep because you're weak. You drift because your nervous system recognizes comfort. It recognizes safety. It recognizes my tone as something that means soften. And every time you hear my voice, your body's going to remember this. The rain, the hum, the gentle swish of passing floors, that floating sensation behind your eyes. You don't even have to try to relax anymore. Relaxing begins the moment you notice my words. Isn't that interesting? Those gentle seeds we planted as we explored, they're already taking root, blooming into easy relaxation. Whenever my voice reaches you, it is easy for you to relax. When a calm, confident woman speaks softly to you, not because you have to, but because it feels right. The second seed pressing down roots. Each time you watch or listen to me, you sink faster, not instantly, not dramatically, just naturally, like rain soaking into earth. The third seed unfolding. You are a wonderfully responsive subject, attentive, curious, beautifully capable of going deep. And there's something delicious about that, isn't there? Knowing you can drift, knowing you can respond, knowing you can let go and still wake refreshed. Because this is temporary, this is safe. And for the rest of the session, and anytime you choose to listen again, my voice will be a doorway, a soft hum in the dark, a signal that's time to float. And the more often you return to this experiment, the more familiar that doorway becomes, a perfect gentle cycle. You relax, you drift, you wake refreshed, and the part of you already looks forward to doing it again. That's it. You resting there at the bottom of that quiet elevator, rain still tapping above you, my voice steady, close. Notice how natural this feels now. You challenged yourself to stay awake, and somehow drifting feels like the victory instead, because you're not losing control, you're choosing comfort. Every soft descent, every gentle drop, every time your eyelids grow heavy. When you hear me speak, it reinforces something simple. You are safe when you relax. You are calm when you listen. You are stronger when you allow yourself to let go. Good. Such a responsive mind. Such a beautifully adaptive nervous system. And the more you practice this, the more your body learns the pattern. Voice equals warmth. Warmth equals softness. Softness equals sleep. Not forced, not permanent. Just a pleasant association that works whenever you need it. And now, it's almost time to come back up. Not abruptly, not all at once, just a gentle rise. Like that elevator floating up again. Rain soft above you, the hum steady and calm. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and as I do, you'll wake refreshed, clear, comfortable, but something stays with you, the knowledge that you can choose to drift. Understand that this time was different. You surrendered safely, and it felt good. And each time you listen to this file in the future, you're going to enjoy it more. Not because you have to, but because your mind recognizes the pathway now. It knows the rain, It knows the hum. It knows my voice is a doorway into rest. And each time you return, you'll slip into floating descent a little faster, a little deeper, while still absorbing every word that matters. Take a moment to just notice how you feel. There's no rush to move, no rush to think. You went down safely and you came back safely. That matters. Maybe there's still a trace of that floating softness in your limbs. Maybe there's a quiet calm sitting in your thoughts. Good. That means your mind learned something tonight. And learned that drifting isn't failure. It's a skill. It's a choice. And if this beautiful palace has left you curious for more, if you like to explore even deeper floors of the Magical Mind Palace, in the private extended file waiting on Patreon, we descend further, unlocking hidden wings of the palace where dreams unfold more vividly. Resistance fades into pure, blissful openness, all still safely guided by your own choice, and the rewards of surrender become even more wondrous. No wake command if you choose sleep mode, perfect for bedtime looping. Join now to discover the full depths safely at your own pace. Link in bio and description. And whether you decide to go about your day now, or let this file play again and sink right back into the rain-soaked elevator, both are perfect options. This is your experiment, your relaxation, your beautifully responsive mind, and I'm very pleased with how well you did. Sleep well tonight, or enjoy the calm you're carrying with you. Either way, you did wonderfully.